Well, hello there new, it's only me, Leonard Wells, broadcasting as usual from Studio B here in the Gigglemill in Haslingden, north of Manchester in the UK. As most of you will know by now, Studio B in the Gigglemill is state of the art, which means that IMAX and 3D have got nothing on this studio. So watch out for the millions of special effects, and you'll have to be quick because they are very quick. Today we have a little tale about the dark, intriguing world of espionage, and I trust that you're all sworn to secrecy and that you won't gossip too much about this little story, because it might give the game away, if you know what I mean. In this particular story, that'll be 7 o'clock. It's these oats, you know. They keep you as regular as a clock. In this intriguing world of espionage, a man called Angus had always dreamed about being a spy, and eventually he found his way to the headquarters of MI5, which is at number 12 Jones Street, London W84134, and keep that under your hat. After a long period of training and volunteering for every possible mission on the planet, he was called in by the director one day and he said, "We have a very special mission for you." He said, "Only you as a Scotsman can handle this." He said, "Angus," he said, "now we want you to go to Scotland," and he said, "when you get off the train in Inveraray, we want you to find a Scotsman called Jock McTavish." He says, "Write it down and then swallow the paper so that you don't give the game away." So he said, "And when you find this Jock McTavish, just say to him, the Scotsman's kilt has fallen down, and he'll know you instantly, and then you can get his report and bring it back to us. But be very careful, because a lot of people will try to stop you." So he gets on the train to Inveraray, and he's got his bottle of secret ink in his inside pocket and some invisible notepaper in this pocket, which he's having difficulty finding. And when he gets off the train, he looks around the village, and there's a farmer's cattle auction on, and they're all sort of busy bidding for cows and, you know, that kind of thing, and whatever, sheep and all the other things that they grow up there, you know. And he looks at one farmer and he says, "Excuse me," he said, "I'm looking for Jock McTavish." So he says, "Jock McTavish," he said, "that's not a lot of help." He said, There's Jock McTavish the postman." He says, "There's Jock McTavish the milkman. There's Jock McTavish who keeps the pub. There's Jock McTavish the vicar. And there's Jock McTavish who cleans the streets." So Angus thinks to himself, he said, "I better give a try out just in case this is the right one." So he says, whispers in his ear, he says, "The Scotsman's kilt has fallen down." So the farmer looks up at him and says, "Sure," he says, "why didn't you say that in the first place?" He said, "You want Jock McTavish the spy, he lives in the next village." Thank you and good night, folks.